Welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast with host Kat Ward. Welcome, my friends, to Paranormal Heart Podcast, paranormal talk with heart and soul. Tonight's segment is pre-recorded, streaming on United Public Radio Network 107.7 New Orleans, 105.3 the Gulf Coast, YouTube, and any place you find your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Kat Ward. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Tonight, my haunted hearts, my special guest is my dear friend, paranormal brother, and your favorite paranormal investigator, Tom Sudano. Oh, yes. No, I'm having his evil twin, Tim Sudano, on tonight. He is also host of Paranormal Insight. So Tim and I will be delving into the Appalachian Mountains and why are there so many high strangeness things happening there. So, hello, Tom Sudano.
It's really Tim, I promise.
Oh, jeepers, yeah. The evil twin. Oh, sorry.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for being back.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's fantastic being on the show. Thank you.
Always have a good time with you on here. Well, oh my goodness, I do. But some people you have more fun than others. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you.
Last time I had you on, we actually kept it on track and to what we were going to be talking, because we always seem to go off, not off script, but off topic. Last time you were on, we did a good job, so we'll aim for that again tonight.
We did okay.
We did, yeah. Good grief.
It's good times.
So, yeah. So the Appalachian Mountains, oh my. So many weird things there. So I'm going to give a little bit of background for those of you who might not have heard of it, but I'm pretty sure you have. Appalachian Mountains have long been considered a hotspot for high strangeness, where folklore, paranormal encounters, UFO sightings, cryptids, and mysterious disappearances all seem to overlap. Just everything happens there. Yeah. It stretches from Canada down through the eastern United States. That part I did not know that it was in Canada as well.
Yeah, the hills go pretty far.
Yeah, so they are among the oldest mountain ranges on Earth. Their age, isolation, deep forests, and mist-covered hollows create the perfect backdrop for strange encounters. Yeah. Not to mention the Appalachians have also been the inspiration for movies like our dear friend, horror comedian. Yes, so I'm going to follow to my script here. Oh, my God. So like the horror comedies, The Hike, which talks about Spearfinger in the Great Smoky Mountains, and Camp Smoky, which I have a very small voiceover role in. These movies are written, produced, directed by, and performed in by the amazingly talented Vinny Vineyard, and who has been on both our shows.
Yeah, Vinny's a hoot.
Oh, he is.
I like his movies too.
Oh yeah, they're great. And fun. His buddy Luke Walter. Not Luke. Yeah, Luke Walter.
I think you're right.
No, Walker.
That guy.
I'm really butchering everything up tonight.
Tall fella.
The tallest, super tall guy. It's like, what, 8 feet?
Damn near, yeah.
God. So Vinny and Luke have also made other movies. So if I'm going to do a little plug for them now, if you haven't seen their movies, you really have to check them out. You can go to bigandfunkyproductions.com. That's big and then the letter N, funkyproductions.com. I'll put the link in the notes so you can find it easily. But no, Vinny, I remember telling you, like, you got to have this guy on. He's a hoot. You got to love him. And you're like, yeah, he's
a blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good talk with a fellow filmmaker too. That was nice.
Yeah, I know. So in case those of you who have or forgotten about Vinny being on my show and on Tim's, he was a musician, professional wrestler, taxi cab owner, paranormal investigator, stand-up comedian. What else was there? Oh, private investigator, I think.
Oh, really? I did that too.
Yeah. And makes movies. So that's a few things that you and him have in common. So I figured that he would be an excellent guest for your show. And oh man,
absolutely. Was he
when
ever?
He goes toot toot, you know?
On the train rolls fast. Yeah.
Oh, he's such a great showmanship, like a showman. He really is funny. Great guy. Don't tell him I said that. It'll go to his head.
Too late. When he watches this, he's going to say,
Yeah,
yep.
especially after I tell him we plugged him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff.
So funny. So I wanted to start off with the legend of Spearfinger, since we
Okay.
just mentioned Vinny's movies, because one of the movies that he did, The Hike, talks about Spearfinger.
Yeah.
And that was a good one. So the legend of Spearfinger comes from the traditions of the Cherokee Nation and is one of the most chilling stories in Cherokee folklore. So according to the legend, in case you don't know about it, I know you know about it.
Yeah.
She preyed mainly on children, and she could disguise herself as an old woman. She has magical powers and could not be easily be killed. And her favorite food? Human liver. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, so
That's
the
right
story-
in line with werewolf stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Actually, werewolves like hearts, don't they? That's what it is.
Yeah, they probably yes. But I'm sure
Still
they're
a very specific organ that you feast on. I mean, that's bizarre.
Yeah, and kind of creepy though. Like if you think of something hunting you just for one particular part of your body.
Exactly. It's like use all the buffalo, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right? Yeah, skins, everything.
All of it.
Yeah. So Spearfinger lived in the mountains along the Tennessee, North Carolina border, especially around what is now Whiteside Mountain, I think it was. Some traditions say she was connected to evil spirits or even worked alongside other dark beings.
Yeah.
She would approach Cherokee villages pretending to be a grandmother or kind elder. When she gained a child's trust, she would use her stone finger to pierce their side, removing the liver without anyone noticing immediately. And the victim would grow weak and obviously would pass away soon after.
Yeah.
Many versions, Spearfinger could not be killed because her heart was hidden or protected. Eventually, the Cherokee people tricked her. They learned her weakness and destroyed her, good grief, I am so sorry, people. I'm just butchering everything today. Often by targeting her heart or through sacred knowledge and medicine power. What do you say about Spearfinger, Mr. Sudano?
Well, let me tell you. Yeah, it's interesting. Spearfinger is also a basis for a lot of other legends out there. Never mind, she was reported to have worked, if not lead, other monster-like creatures or beings, or however it is you want to put it. And that includes the Grafton Monster, the Flatwood Monster, and the Wampus Cat, among others. So,
I think I've heard of the Wampus Cat, or maybe I have and I just don't remember.
Yeah, I'll dig in the Wampus Cat for you. Wampus Cat is basically a big freaking cat, like a mountain lion on steroids, and I think it even has an extra digit in its paw prints, where there's usually 4 in a pad.
Yep.
This one has 5.
So what's that called? Polydactyl, I think it's called?
Polydactyl, except it's weird. It wasn't an extra thumb or something, or the dew claw that hangs way up here.
Yeah.
They had 5. And it's kind of funny how they describe it. It was a serious monster back in the day, and now become more of a comedic plot device. And in some respects, it's kind of funny. But it even appears in Harry Potter, the Wampus Cat, which is kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cat-like creature in American folklore. It gallops it's everywhere, but including the Appalachians, including the Ozarks, and it also has a Cherokee base in the mythology. So I think that's why there's a relationship between Spearfinger and the Wampus Cat, because apparently they work together at one point or another.
I was going to say, have they ever been seen side by side, or maybe she rides the cat? Like, I don't know, depending how big it is.
I hope kitty cat.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Maybe.
And then with the Spearfinger.
Like, oh, wait. Sorry, that image really got me. This cat's unusual in that its eyes, when you get eye shine off the cat, it's green versus usual large cat yellow. And it does resemble a mountain lion or a puma, but in actuality, it's a great deal bigger. According to reports, it's up to 15 or 20 feet long.
Wow.
And it also is reported in some cases to be able to shapeshift or become invisible.
Okay, yeah. Interesting.
That's a Wampus cat for you. Huh. Oh, and they're super sharp claws and they'll mess you up in the big bad way. So
I could just imagine.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't
probably
want that,
just
and it had the ability to jump and catch eagles.
Can you imagine? You're an eagle minding your own business, and all of a sudden, wah!
And then, big cat. Jeez, man. No. That would not be cool. Not at all. So, yeah, the Wampus cat's a big deal in Cherokee folklore and in Appalachian folklore in general.
Yeah.
Because they didn't just stay with the Cherokee. They stayed with everybody. It's still out there in some people's accounts. Like there are other Wampus cats and stuff like that floating around.
Not just the one.
Not just the one. And they had babies.
They had babies. Oh, when you talk about having, you're looking at a cat and saying, "Oh, look at the murder mittens. These really are murder mittens."
Yeah, seriously. Those are murder gauntlets, man. I'm telling you, they're huge. I've seen some of the prints these people have reportedly said. They're freaking huge. Like, they're the size. I wear a size 14 boot. If I step sideways, it's about that big.
Great.
Yeah. They're huge. They're gigantic.
Wow. I just, anything cat related, and people who know me know how much I love cats. I love all animals,
same here. Yeah.
I have you ever seen, there's a guy I follow on Instagram. He keeps saying white women ain't afraid of nothing. And then white women will go up to these creatures, like these animals, like bears or any animal, where everybody else would be like, no. And we're like, oh, come on, come in the car with me. I'll come feed you,
Yeah, right.
And yeah, I can't remember what his handle is on Instagram, but I love that so much. So that would probably be me.
Oh, that would probably be me, since the female part. But there's also a zookeeper. I guess she's in the wildcat domain. She's on Instagram all the time, too. Also, the handle escapes me, but she has this thing she does where she boops the cats with her thumb. Hey, how's it going, big, scary cat? And these are giant kittens, man. They're giant house cats at this point, right?
Wow.
And it's like, boop! And they kind of look at her like, what?
Yeah.
I like to do it again. And it's like, you swear this woman's about to lose her life. Just the way they look at her. They get that cockeyed little thing, and hilarious.
As soon as you boop the snoot.
Boop the snoot, and she doesn't lose her fingers, which is great.
I have one of my coworkers, whenever she gets dropped off by her husband, and she has a couple of dogs, and she boops the snoot before she, like, it's her way of saying bye. So when she leaves her shift, when she's done her shift and she's leaving, I'm like, don't forget to boot the snoot for me. And she goes, will do. Yeah, that's funny.
That's awesome. It's funny if she's conditioned them, this same user, that if she doesn't do it, they get jealous. It's like, no, hey, bump the nose. What's going on? You're bumping everyone else's nose. How come I didn't get one? There were like 2 lionesses in this one enclosure with a bunch of other wildcats. I guess they all get along. Sorry, I got a weird little equipment thing over here. I guess this is all behind the scenes. And that was happening. They have this elevated platform. It's maybe about 6 foot up, and they're all dangling over the edge and stuff like that. And boop, boop, boop. And there's one lion who was like doing something and say, hey, it's boop time. And she kept missing. So she kept getting in between the other cats and pissing everybody off. I was like, hey, get out of here. Don't fight. And finally he gives her a boop and walks away. That cat was fine.
Cats are fun. We actually have a cat who loves to have his nose rubbed.
Oh, that's unique.
Yeah, well, we had him as a kitten, so that could be why. But
Oh,
yeah, he's. I've mentioned several times he's the most uncat cat I've ever had. Like, but he's so adorable. But
yeah.
yeah, can you imagine walking up to somebody, just a random stranger, boop, and you walk
Boom.
away?
Yeah. It's like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah. So the next one that I wanted to mention was called the Bell Witch.
Oh,
It's
yes.
one of the most famous and well-documented hauntings in American folklore,
Mhm.
centered around the Bell family of early 19th century Tennessee. And the legend of the Bell Witch, the haunting began around 1817 near present-day Adams, involving farmer John Bell and his family. What started as strange animal sightings and knocking sounds escalated into violent physical attacks and intelligent communication from an unseen entity. I mean, this is such there's so much information on this particular entity that we could do an episode or two just on this one.
Oh, I know.
So I just kind of shortened it a little bit to give everyone a little bit about it, but just goes to show another weird thing happening in the Appalachians. Witnesses claim to hear knocking on walls and doors, chains dragging across the floor, blankets pulled off beds, slaps, pinches, and beatings, especially targeted to John Bell and his daughter Betsy, and also disembodied voices that could speak, sing hymns, quote scripture, and carry on conversation. Eventually, the entity identified herself as Kate and became known locally as the Bell Witch. Probably the most chilling part of the legend is that Bell Witch allegedly predicted and caused the death of John Bell. Do you know anything about like how he passed and everything?
Poisoning?
Yeah, apparently she left a vial of dark liquid in the cupboard.
And he drank it?
Yeah, she claimed that she gave it to him, and shortly after, he passed away.
Who interviewed the spirit? I'd say, so why did you give John Bell how'd they get that story?
It was given to him while he slept, but yeah, you wonder like how.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I don't know how much time passed after he was given the liquid to when he actually passed. So maybe he was able to tell someone, like maybe his wife, that, hey, somebody gave me this black liquid. I don't know. But they wouldn't have had hidden cameras back then.
Not back then. Although, if I were a time traveler, guess what I'd do? It's like, put the camera up in the corner. What's this weird little thing? Just ignore it.
Yeah, right. Go about my business.
Right.
Could have saved him, but
apparently he was poisoned in 1820, and the story came out in 1894 as part of the authenticated history of the Bell Witch. Interesting. Huh. Wow, that's a bit of a stretch of time.
Yeah, I wonder why so much time.
No. Identifies itself as Kate. That's the crazy part. Kate who? Was there another Kate on the property before that?
Yep.
Yeah, man. And why was she dubbed as a witch?
Yeah.
Did she ever do any with witchy things and say, eye of newt, tongue of frog, that kind of thing?
Well, maybe she was like a woman living by herself in the woods or something. Well, she lived in a cave, apparently, which is a popular tourist hotspot near Adams, Tennessee. Yeah. Visitors report EVP, shadow figures, and sudden temperature drops, but that can happen in a cave, I think, because I have been in caves, but still, it's usually damp and cool. But yeah, maybe she lived in the cave by herself and she collected herbs and things like that. And back then, maybe they just labeled her as a witch. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people collected herbs back then.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's weird. Just because she lived in the cave, it's like, she doesn't like people, or maybe she was just weird. I heard of they used in a television show too. It was another accused witch back in the day where she would suddenly just go running through town. Just running through town. She'd hike up her skirt and run like she was being chased. But she'd like do a circuit around town and then go back home. And finally someone says, "What are you doing?" "Oh, well, just keeping my blood up." She was jogging. Before it was the thing.
Yeah.
She was jogging before, and she was labeled a kook for it.
Bless you.
Yeah, that was her thing. She, like, once or twice a week, she'd go for a jog. It looked like someone was chasing her. And people actually labeled it as, oh God, demons must be chasing her. I was like,
back then, anytime anybody
oh, yeah.
behaved differently or even looked differently, like she's a witch.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
insane. You could not step out of line at all back then.
No.
Yeah, good times.
So I just thought of something. No, that's something. Oh my. I was gonna say, wasn't that the Bell Witch Project? No, that was the Blair Witch Project.
It was
Okay.
Blair Witch, and I think it was based on the Bell Witch to a degree.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I wasn't a fan of that movie, to be honest. I watched it in fast forward. Yes, back when we had VHS tape, waiting for something to happen, and then
there's nothing but jump scares.
Well, yeah, just like, yeah, like. And everybody was telling me how great it was. So I thought, okay, I'll give it another chance.
Right.
No, I was bored out of my mind.
Really? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
So many people told me I was terrified. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
No, glad it worked for you. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it worked for a lot of people. I mean, they were the first found footage, not the first, but you know, so I was wrong about it being based on the Bell Witch. They based it on a number of things that kind of inspired it, but they're no direct things. Maul Dyer was the chief thing out of Southern Maryland. She was accused of being a witch back in the day, and apparently all this weird paranormal stuff happened around her. There's also the legend of Ellie Kedward, also banished for witchcraft earlier in Maryland in 1785. And yeah, so those chief things, those two things largely were the reason. But the inspiration for Blair Witch, but the Bell Witch I could see it easily also influencing Blair Witch.
Oh yeah, exactly.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Blair Witch was interesting. It was nothing but a bunch of jump scares fed through a first-person account.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing starts out with, and spoilers if you haven't seen it, it's not really, it was just interesting at the time, but
Keep talking. I'm just going to get out of the camera view for 1 second.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Sure. But let's just focus on Tim while we're at it so we don't have an empty screen. There we go.
There.
I'm just teasing. Going back to you. I just did a found footage thing a couple of years ago called Blaney Tucker's Ghost. And it was, I think mine was a little better, but I didn't have their marketing though. Their marketing was superb, man.
Well, yeah, it looks like it was recorded with a camcorder, which it might have been to give you that that effect that they were going for, you know, like the bunch of people in the woods looking for this thing and they're recording it. So,
well, they also did a really unique thing with the dialogue and the actors themselves. The actors, more or less, I mean, like by and large, ad-libbed that whole thing. They were given clues.
Oh.
And like not cue cards, but little like 3x5 cards. It's like, today I want you to talk about this. And here's the back, here's circumstance number one, here's circumstance number two, and allude to it. Don't say these verbatim.
Yeah.
And then off they went. And so they ad-libbed, they did their thing, and fantastic job in that department. And they dropped enough clues to answer a few questions. Not clues, but like Easter eggs, I guess you could say, about, wait a minute, they're out in the woods for like umpteen days. Where are they getting all their power? Where are they getting all their stock? And they actually answer that in the drive up to the space. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, wow, yeah. My biggest thing was like, who goes into the wilderness without a compass or a weapon or like
a flashlight? I don't think they had flashlights at one point. It's like,
I think they did.
They did, but they didn't pack extra batteries or something like that, or something ridiculous. Wait, you have all this power for your cameras, which you talk about, but you don't bring spare batteries for the flashlights.
As a paranormal investigator, you always bring extra batteries.
Dude, you are loaded down with power. Yeah, I actually adapted rather these big You know those phone charger batteries?
Yeah.
I was able to link I'm able to link those up to my cameras. They
No
run
way.
forever.
How cool is that?
Yeah, they run forever. It's great. I love those things.
That's so cool.
But I digress. It was still it's still an interesting film in its own right, just because it had a lot of firsts in it. But at the same time, like you said, okay, yeah, it was over anticipation just to see a guy standing in the corner at the end of the film.
Yeah. But like you said, jump scares and
Lots of jump scares. Yeah, it was like going through a haunted house. Yeah.
I go through haunted houses and they
I
do
mean,
the
like an
jump scare.
attraction. Sorry.
Yeah. So I go through like Halloween haunted houses and they jump in front of me. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they're like,
What's up?
It's like, I know you're not going to hurt me.
You're a person. Oh, I felt so bad. And to the person, if they're out there listening or watching, I went to this one local haunted attraction. They host it for it because I do one every year myself as a
Nice.
scare person.
I love doing that.
It's so much fun. It makes me feel like a kid again. It's great. Clearly not, but it's still a lot of fun. But they host they don't do it anymore, but they threw one just for the haunters, and they invite all the local haunted house people come and get scared at our attraction. And they went all out, and they only did it for like 2 nights, Halloween and the day after. Mm-hmm. And so we go out there, and this one kid got me, and I was not prepared for it.
Oh no.
So he's in a ghillie suit, right?
Oh, no.
And we're in this jungle setting, and he pops out as a little tiny moss man, and wow! I take him by the collar, I put him against the wall, and it takes me a second, it's like, sorry, I'm really sorry. Are you okay? Says, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, okay, good stuff. Good scare,
you have
good
the
scare.
Fight, not the flight.
I felt so horrible. Oh my God. Because better as a haunter,
Yeah. When the kids were small, we went trick-or-treating on the military base that we were living on at the time. My son was like 5, I think.
Yeah.
And my daughter was 7. Anyway, so one of the PMQs, military housing, instead of just going to the door, they had this maze in the backyard that you went through, and there's a bunch of spooky stuff. And they had a great big mod tent, and that you got your candy at the end. Yeah. Well, the military guy, he dug a little hole. Well, he didn't dig a hole, but he had himself buried under dirt and leaves and all that. And he had a whole bunch of mounds like that. And he had like zombie parts coming up. But he grabbed my son's leg, his ankle. He just hauled off and kicked him right in the head. And I'm just like, and both my son and I are like, oh my God, are you okay? And the guy's laughing, going, I didn't really think this through. And he goes, you've got a tough little guy there. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just like, oh my.
Outstanding.
And it wasn't just a little kick. He just hauled off and booted him right in the head.
Full on roundhouse right there.
It's like, oh no.
Nice. Good job.
Oh, good grief. So let's go on to UFOs in the Appalachian Mountains. Like I said earlier, everything happens in these mountains.
Yeah, man.
So have long been considered UFO hotspots, stretching from Appalachian Mountains across the eastern United States and into Canada again. The region's dense forests, rugged terrain, and deep folklore traditions make it a fascinating backdrop for unexplained aerial phenomena, like the Flatwoods Monster in 1952. I have not heard of this one before. Have you?
Yeah, Flatwoods. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So unless I'll mention this just like other people who don't know like I did. One of the most famous sightings occurred on September 12th, 1952, after a bright object streaked across the sky. Several witnesses reported seeing a towering creature with a spade-shaped head and glowing eyes. The case became known as the Flatwoods Monster Incident and remains one of West Virginia's strangest encounters. So apparently, areas near the Great Smoky Mountains and Blue Ridge Mountains continue to generate reports of triangular crafts, silent black helicopters. What does that sound like? Orbs moving along ridge lines, and portal activity associated with quartz-rich geology. Many researchers point to quartz-rich geology, similar theories around Skinwalker Ranch, electromagnetic anomalies, underground cave systems, ancient Native American mound sites. I mean, so many odd things.
Yeah.
What say you, Mr. Sudano?
Well, let me show you a little picture. That's this is what
Oh,
they drew here, and that's a spade-shaped head. To me, it's not a spade-shaped head as much as a collar.
yeah.
And this is what they drew. I mean, yeah, if I saw that walking through the forest,
No
I would
kidding.
be less than thrilled to see it.
Yeah, no, look at those
Apparently, had,
eyes.
those eyes are haunting, man. I mean, if this is a helmet or some sort of encounter suit,
Yeah,
rethink your style, man. I mean, because yeah, that's not right. That's not right at all. But
no.
this is what they saw, and there are several depictions. This one's been overlaid. This was originally drawn on a straight piece of paper, but they stuck the
Okay,
woods in the background.
okay.
But it basically lends to the. I think it lends more to the environment that these guys are walking around in when they see this thing coming at them.
That's creepy.
That is creepy.
For those of you who are listening to the show, like on Podbean or Spotify, head on over to YouTube and you'll be able to see the picture that Tim or Tom just
It's Tim. I
showed us.
promise.
Yeah. Okay. Good grief. Yeah, head on over to YouTube so you can see the picture that he posted up here. Yeah, that's
So yeah,
that's
it,
creepy.
spade-shaped head. Yeah, unless they saw that whole thing moving with the head, if it turned at all,
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's more of like a high back collar kind of a deal.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah, but still, that's a weird thing to be walking around in if you're traveling to another planet. You know,
yeah. Unless they don't think it's weird and they're
unless then
wearing
it's like, hey, this is Encounter Suit One. I mean, what 101? What's going on with you?
Hey, can you do some research on what humans look like on Earth? Okay, let's dress up like them. Yeah, that kind of
Right?
failed. That's a
They
big
failed
fail.
miserably.
Hi, friend.
Hi.
Bye.
Today,
Yeah,
today we're gonna scare the crap out of you. Okay.
no kidding. Good grief.
Man. But
It's,
yeah, it's in the Brown Mountain. Was this part of the Brown Mountain lights? Or no?
do, 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 do.
Just curious.
Uh, it might be because there's a lot.
North Carolina? Right?
I'm just looking.
Okay.
Flatwoods Monster. West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia.
West
Okay.
Virginia. Mountain Mama.
My mama, take me home. It's good time. The life of Meteor Creek was. Okay, now the alternate to this, and I think this was actually a Blue Book case,
Oh,
because I'll read this. This is off Wikipedia. Also known as the Braxton County Monster, which rings a bigger bell than Flatwoods. Also known, this thing has a few different things. Braxy for short, or the Phantom of Flatwoods in West Virginia. It's a creature reported to have been sighted in the town of Flatwoods. Yada, yada, yada. You already went over this. Investigators from Blue Book, I might add, suggested it was a meteor, and what these people saw, was not a creature, but a great horned owl sitting on a perch. Maybe, maybe, but
what were they drinking?
yeah, man, they were on some shine for sure.
If it was a great horned owl, and this is what they depicted, I don't know.
That doesn't look like an owl to me.
Not a clue. No.
I mean, maybe with the big eyes, maybe sitting on something, but it was apparently 10 feet or 3 meters high. I mean, holy. I could see a tree stump or something like that, leftover tree part, and an owl perches on it. The right light, the right time of day, especially after something crashes in the background. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's the fact that this thing was it had arms, man. It had arms. It had the weird collar. I'm thinking alien.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm leaning more alien.
for whatever reason, when I saw that picture, I was thinking of The Simpsons when Mr. Burns was in the woods and he's like, "I bring you love." The big eyes, because all the treatments that he had.
Right, that's right.
I, I think if they wouldn't have had the trees in the background and you just showed the picture of the entity, I probably wouldn't have thought of that. But that's where my mind went.
Mine went to The Simpsons. Okay, they predicted a lot of strange stuff, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, weird.
There was also a pungent mist that like prevailed for a while, which they couldn't explain. So
At the same time when they saw that thing crash?
yeah, right. But it also lingered. Like when people went back and collectively and looked at it with authorities and all those guys.
Yeah.
No. There was a mist, and it smelled horrible. And they're thinking maybe it had. Let's see. Let me read that again. Pungent mist. Interesting. Yeah, the guy didn't walk. Our little spear-headed alien did not walk. He floated. He floated around. Good times.
Spearfinger, spearhead.
Oh yeah, man, it's amazing. The sightings are just crazy. Not to use that word, but they are. They're weird.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so Flatwoods Monster, yeah, freaking crazy.
That was one that I hadn't heard of either, so it was really interesting. There's a lot when I looked into Appalachian. Oh, good grief!
Oh yeah, the Appalachian mythos is huge. It's almost as big as the Olympian ethos or mythos. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So, do you have anything else about that?
Not about that. I think I talked it out.
It's okay. Next one is portals. The idea of portals in the Appalachians blends UFO lore, paranormal encounters, indigenous traditions, and high strangeness hotspots. Many experiencers describe these areas not just as sighting locations, but as the thin places where realities overlap. So some main locations and themes often connected to portal activities are, for over a century, witnesses have reported orbs rising from the ridgeline, lights splitting and merging, objects reappearing and vanishing in midair. Some investigators suggest lights don't travel through the sky. They seem to just materialize and dematerialize, which fuels portal theories. Geological surveys show fault lines and quartz deposits, leading to some speculations about electromagnetic anomalies.
That makes sense.
I had a guest, I think it was the first year that I started, and I want to bring him back. He was called the vortex detector. I can't remember his name though. And he goes around the world researching portals and vortices and all that. Yeah, he was really, really something Brown. I can't remember his name, but yeah, the vortex detective. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Pardon me while I eat. Sorry.
That's okay. Dimensional theories in the Appalachians. The Appalachian Mountains are some of the oldest in the world, geologically ancient, rich in quartz, caves, and fault lines, like I mentioned. Many researchers suggest these factors could play a role in anomalous experiences. One of them, interdimensional being theory. Instead of a flesh and blood cryptid, there's Mothman. Could be that phases in and out of our dimension, a window area entity appearing where reality is thin, a non-human intelligence manifesting symbolically. People believe Mothman was part of what he called ultra-terrestrials, entities from another reality that manifest perceptions and appear in forms shaped by cultural expectations. So that was a word that was new to me, ultra-terrestrials. I've heard of this in other words that escapes me right now, but ultra-terrestrials, yeah, I mean, it's from here, but just a different dimension.
Right, different reality.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's yeah, and the Mothman or the Mothman people, if you want to call them that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting adaptation, if that is, in fact, how they operate. And it's like, I think I'll
Yeah.
appear as a gigantic freaking moth,
Bipedal moth. Yeah.
Exactly, giant freaking moth that walks upright, and because that's what Earth people expect. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh, yeah.
Your window into our world is somehow skewed. Because that is not right. I mean, honestly, the Hat Man phenomenon is a little bit closer. It's like, try that.
Yeah.
Giant insect is not the way to go. But the Mothman, along other crazy things. I mean, what was that? Virginia? That the big story about Mothman happened?
I think so.
Let's see. Virginia Mothman. Let me look it up, just because I can. Yeah. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Excuse me.
Okay.
That's where that whole thing happened. That was in 1951. 51. Excuse me. 66 and 67.
I thought Mothman was older than that.
I thought so too, but 66.
There's so many entities that you just naturally think that, they've been around forever, but
well, that was the big one. I mean, that was super reported. I don't think it's an isolated incident. I'm talking about where the bridge collapse happened. That's what it really. That's where all of Mothman really just kind of centers, is around Point Pleasant. Mm-hmm. But that's as far as modern lore. But this creature's been seen forever, all up and down the Appalachian area range. So
I've heard some people theorize that Mothman is either something like prehistoric or something from our future that mutated and can travel interdimensionally. I don't know.
Well, it's funny. I'm going to talk about this next week or the week after. I can't remember. And I talked about it on my last show, actually, with Augie Nost. He was wow. I mean, he had a lot of information, but he was going to. We started talking about information and disclosure. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that happened very recently is our federal government here in the U.S. says, yep, we're going to lay it all out for you. We're going to sort through things. I'm wondering how much of a redaction farm it's really going to be, but who knows? But one of the things that keeps being said is not extraterrestrial, ultra-dimensional, or alta-dimensional, depending. It's okay. So you just made Indiana Jones 4 a reality, a possibility. Because that's what they said about the beings there, the Kingdom with the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that movie just got a whole lot of weight behind it all of a sudden.
More things they were trying to tell us?
Well, predictive programming. I mean, we could talk about that too if you really want to. It's just amazing. But I don't want to suck up your entire episode on that. We could suck up my episode on that.
Okay. Because, folks, this is actually going to be a part 2. So I'm going to be on Tim's show as well in a couple of weeks, talking, I think, about the same thing. Roughly. So, there'll be part 2.
Part 2-ish.
Yes.
Same vein.
Yeah.
So, but we can call it a part 2. I'm happy to call it that.
Doesn't matter.
That I think that was my idea anyway. So
it was. Yes, it was.
Okay, part 2. We'll go with that. So part 2 of this conversation will be on my show. But I mean, the Mothman, getting back to the Mothman, the craziness around the Appalachian Mountains, up and down that range, not just for West Virginia, but all over the place, especially in ancient times. Mm-hmm. And there's also another guy, little feller. This one's called a Pukwudgie.
Oh, yes.
Now we're in Vermont, and it's a little bit north of, I think, my geology just suddenly went a little goofy in my head. I believe it's north of there, though. And our buddy Phil.
Yep.
Our buddy Phil used to. I don't think he does it anymore. I don't think
know.
he goes there that park anymore. But there's this park, national park, where the Pukwudgie appear, and they're supposed to be. It depends. They're either like these little tiny dudes that look like, I don't know, 2-3 foot tall cavemen, or they look like 2-3 foot tall Bigfoot. Like a very small version of it.
Yeah.
Very small version of it. And they speak rudimentary English, apparently, and to lure people, come, friend, candy. That kind of thing. And then they'll snatch you up and you'll disappear into some weird vortex, apparently. So, portals, absolutely. Alternate dimensions, yeah. Well, we just got confirmation, basically, that those kinds of creatures exist. I mean, that's another legend, actually, is suddenly given a whole bunch of weight. It's the whole Pukwudgie thing.
Actually, last year, I was guest investigator with a friend's team.
Fun.
We went to a private residence, and when I was speaking with her, she was mentioning, she said she's part Native, and she says that her and her friends have seen what looks like a Pukwudgie in her basement just scurrying around. And it's just like, okay, that's creepy.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah.
Where are they?
Oh, hang on a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Something fell. Hang on.
Oh.
I got to go take a look.
Was it a Pukwudgie?
Maybe it was.
I hope not for your case. For your say, rather. But alternate dimensional beings, be they Pukwudgies, Mothmen, or even other aliens. Aliens, I put in quotes now, because, hey, they're saying the great aliens come from an alternate dimension. Now, could this be a medium of travel? Possibly. I mean, if you want to go extra nerdy and talk about faster than light travel, technically speaking, you have to enter or skim within an alternate dimension in order to achieve those faster than speed lights. Hey, I'm on the other side of the screen. I'm talking about like warp drive or hyperspace or something like that. But anyway, I digress. But it's amazing, between, I mean, even the Canadian government at one point, there was this one Canadian, he high up. He sat on the Parliament, right? I'm sorry, your system of government. Okay, good.
Yep. In Ottawa.
And this is maybe a decade ago. He says, well, when I was talking to these alien folks.
Thank you.
When I was, we heard from these alien folks, and apparently there's 45 species here on the Earth, or something along that lines. Don't quote me on the number, but it was. As a matter of fact, he was reading, but he was so calm and he just delivered it like it was yesterday's news. It was impressive.
His name escapes me too, and I can't remember what his name was.
Me too. It was an easy name. It's like Jones almost, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But let's make this your show again. I'm gonna log off my camera and log it back in. 2 seconds.
Okay. Bye.
See you in a second. Oh man, if I could do it. And there I am. Okay.
And there he is. Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff, especially in the Appalachians, and maybe that's the corridor. Maybe that's the space that most of this weird stuff is gonna break free from and be disclosed from. Who really knows? But
maybe, yeah. Well, when I looked into it, like, what is it about the Appalachian Mountains that have reports of pretty much everything? This part I didn't know because I never really thought about it, but apparently they're one of the oldest mountain ranges on Earth, and they carry layers of geology, isolation, culture, and folklore that create what many call high strangeness, whether someone views it as a paranormal or psychological. There's really lots of weird things going there, but the Appalachians are over 400 million years old, and they were once connected to the ranges that are now parts of Europe and Africa. So They're heavily eroded, full of caves, sinkholes, deep forest covers. I mean, sound is strange in the valleys. Fog and weather systems roll quickly. You mentioned the weird frog earlier.
Yeah.
Mineral deposits, including quartz, which some believe the electromagnetic properties, but even scientifically, infrasound, like the low frequency vibration, magnetic anomalies, and environmental factors can create feelings of uneasiness or presence. And who knows?
And generate who knows what phenomena. I mean,
well, yeah,
including portals to alternate dimensions. So I think quartz is a big teller.
Oh yeah,
and there's a lot of iron there too, which is that seems to be the combination. If you have quartz and iron harmonizing together, look out, because it's going to get crazy.
And where it was connected to Europe and Africa, who knows what cryptids were carried over from there? You know, like you hear of all these crazy things over in Europe.
Oh, Tommy has a bunch of
like that.
Tommy has a bunch of stuff. Tommy, Tommy,
Cullum.
Tommy Cullum. He has a bunch of stuff. He's in England.
Yeah,
they got Bigfoot and werewolves, all kinds of stuff over there too.
I know, the big black cats. I mean,
they have Wampus cats too. It's crazy. Yeah. It's amazing. So that's entirely possible.
One time because he works night shifts over there, and he was talking about one time he was walking home from work, and he sees this woman at a bus stop, goes behind it, and a fox comes out, and he's wondering where did the fox looks at him, goes on its merry way, and he's just like, what the heck was that?
What was that?
Just saw a woman and a fox comes out, and there was nobody else there. Like he even looked like there's nobody.
That's a legend from the East. That's called a kitsune or a kitsu, depending.
Okay,
you know, that's a multi-tailed fox over there. But I mean, still, it's a woman who transitions into a fox. So could be Spearfinger. We don't know, or a Spearfinger.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I have all the things that Tommy from Let's Get Freaky podcast.
Yeah, go Tommy.
Check it out. Out of all the stuff that he's spoken about, to me, like for his own personal experiences, I find that was the most fascinating one.
That one and the ghost that appeared to him when he was 10.
Oh.
And his mom stood there, waved her hand through the ghost. There's nothing there. I'm seeing it right. And I don't think Tommy's that much of a liar, especially at 10.
No.
For it to stick with him to adulthood like that, and the earnestness with which she describes that encounter is amazing. Really sells me too.
I have a Canadian paranormal investigator friend in BC, and she says we should go to the Appalachian someday. And I think it would be really cool, but in another way, it's like, nope, I'm good, I think. But people like Vinny, he's filmed movies there, and he did capture EVPs, and they did see things while they were recording the movies.
I think he mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy
to be brave enough to go and film a movie, like.
The funny thing is, I don't know if he was on private property there, and there is private property there. But if you want to walk the trail, you actually have to get, at least in the U.S., you have to get government permission, and it's laid out in sections.
Oh, I didn't know
because so many people go disappear along the trail, so they make you register. I'm taking the trail. Okay, thanks for telling us. But you have to get permission to walk the trail.
So something's going on.
Yeah. If the government has to get involved, when it comes to your walkabout travel plans, come on. Something's up.
It's almost like doing a flight plan,
Exactly.
Wow, yeah, that is crazy. So, a part of me would like to go because I'm a very curious person.
Yeah.
But, you know what they say about curiosity killed the cat.
That's true.
I don't know how many more lives I have left, so I don't know.
You got at least 5 more. Let's get going. Let's make that trip happen.
Yeah.
We'll meet at the border. Okay.
I don't know if you have this in the U.S., but some places in like grocery stores, like the dollar store or whatever, on the shopping carts, you have these long flags on it so you can see where people are, and plus it prevents people from taking the shopping carts outside and leaving them outside.
Right.
Could do that with going to the Appalachians, have a big, the big
air balloon attached to your belt. That's a big weather balloon. That's Tim.
Yeah.
There goes Kat.
There's Tom.
And there's Tommy.
No, Tom Sudano.
And Tom, my evil twin.
With Tommy too. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
Oh, we got to get Tommy out here.
Yeah. Actually, Tommy is going to be on my show at some point, and I'm going to be back on his.
Excellent.
We're just trying to, because he's in the UK, but he runs on Eastern Standard Time, I think, because he works nights, which is my time zone. But it's a little difficult getting him to be,
He's hard to lock down sometimes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but yeah, folks, he really does have a great show, and we have so many good friends that have great shows. Man, like the Fantastic Five.
Oh yeah, the Fantastic Five.
Yeah.
Eric,
was that you?
Huh?
Was that you or JJ that coined that for us? I don't remember.
I think JJ came up with that. Okay. I just came up with the graphic.
Yeah, that was an amazing graphic. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so folks, if you haven't heard Tim and I talk about the Fantastic Five, it's Tim and myself, obviously, Tommy Cullum, JJ Rose 777, and Eric
Szilagyi.
Yeah. It's difficult for me to pronounce his name, but yeah, he's really soared, Eric.
Eric says, he's only doing a show once a month now or something like that. But,
wow. But he's got other stuff.
His stuff is still amazing.
Yeah. All great podcasters. Yeah. But yeah, anything else about the Appalachians or anything weird that you want to discuss? We have a couple of more minutes.
You asked a good question. Nothing really comes to mind except maybe to share something. Let's see here. I'll shut this share and then I'll add it just because I can. Where is it? Is that
putting the graphic up?
I was trying to, but it's not letting. Okay, there it is.
I had created one, and then, that's pretty much your line of business. And when you created, I'm like, oh, brother, that's so much better than what I did.
So that was the Fantastic Five. I don't know. We got to put it up on the share if it's not already up there.
Just there. Yep.
There it is. Yeah.
That was fantastic. Such a good. Yeah, that was well done. Yeah.
So love it. That's our stuff. Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah. So thank you so much again, Tim, for being on the show again.
My absolute pleasure. I'm sorry I talked your ear off.
No, it's
and your audience's ear off.
We have to. I mean, if you don't have a guest that talks, like, you don't really have much of a show.
Good point.
I get a lot of, like, Brian Bowden. He's like, oh, I hope I didn't talk too much. I'm like, oh my God, I could go out, make a sandwich, go out for dinner or whatever, and come back and he's still talking. But that's pretty much what you want. You just let them go. Like,
just let them go.
Yeah.
Happy I can accommodate.
Yeah. So before we say goodbye to my haunted hearts, could you tell everyone where they can find you and mention about your books? Because you know how much I love your books.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Yeah. Okay, so my name is Tim Sudano, your favorite paranormal investigator. I can be found on the UPRN network, just like Kat. And my show is called Paranormal Insight. That's what the green PI stands for. And, we talk about all kinds of haunted stuff, not only stuff I've witnessed myself, but my guests have their experiences and stuff like that. And it ranges from everything from, like, the Appalachian Mountains, for example, to ghosts and UFOs and Bigfoot and cryptids and everything.
Aliens on the beach.
Aliens on the beach. Good times.
I love that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Yes.
Yeah. Me and Carl saw the same aliens. That's good stuff. But, but there was once there's that, and there's also my more fictional side as a creator. I have my books called the Trident of Light, or the TOL, with the super complex titles of Book 1 and Book 2.
I love that. I do. It's different.
So, and Book 3 is coming along. I was actually working on it today. So, Book 3 should be coming out hopefully mid-year. because I'm almost at my goal. So
Oh, good. I can't wait. I
yeah, it'll
mean,
be fun. It might be a little more disjointed than books 1 and 2, but que sera, it'll be
yeah.
fun.
Well, folks, I have, look, one of my favorite authors is Jim Butcher of the Dresden Files.
Dresden
And
Files, good
yeah,
show too.
yes, it was. Yeah. And I find that Tim's Rylstiding, oh my God,
Rylstiding,
writing
yeah.
style is very similar to Jim Butcher's, and I
That's-
really loved it.
Thank you. That's an honor. Thank you so much. He's a fantastic author too.
Yeah, I tried inviting him on, and his assistant said no. I was like, I tried. But,
Okay.
oh well.
How
All
come
you
he
can do
doesn't
is
want-
ask, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Why would you say
Okay.
no?
Well, there was a long, I don't know, thank you,
Gotcha.
blah, 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 blah. But long story short, no. Oh, well. Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, thanks again.
You're
And,
entirely welcome. Thank you.
I'm going to say farewell to my haunted hearts, and we'll do your show in a couple minutes.
Sounds good.
A huge thank you to my special guest tonight, Tim Sudano, aka Tom Sudano, and to you, my wonderful haunted hearts, for tuning in. I also want to thank UPRN 107.7 New Orleans, 105.3 the Gulf Coast, for carrying my show. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It truly does mean the world to me. And if you'd like to be on the show, have guest topics, ideas, or just want to say hello, drop me an email at paranormalheart13@gmail.com. I'd also love to hear from where are you listening from? What part of this wonderful blue marble that we live on are you listening from? I also want to mention that next week and perhaps the week after, I may have replays again. I really do apologize for that. One of my aunts passed away and after a long battle with cancer, and we'll be flying home for the funeral. So I might, depending on when we get back and everything, I might not be able to get any recordings done, but I will have something up for you. So rest in peace, Matancha One. So until we meet again, take care of yourselves and of each other. Much love to you all.